Okay, hello everyone. My name is Patricia and I'm the manager here of the Yoga Loft in the beautiful Dominican Republic. We are here in Cabarete and it's my pleasure to welcome our new resident yoga teacher, Myah.
Hi.
Hi Myah.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
So maybe we start with a little intro about yourself. Tell us, who are you?
Who am I? Okay, well, I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So it's nice to be able to escape the cold this winter. Been teaching yoga at home as my full-time job. And last December, I ran a couple yoga retreats here and fell in love with the city and the little town. So I am pretty excited that I get to live here for the next 6 months. It's going to be really exciting.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So you already told us that you're from Edmonton and that you were a full-time teacher, yoga teacher there.
Yeah.
So when did you start with yoga? How did you find your way to the mat?
I think it was in grade 12. I really hated high school and I hated going to class. So I was always stressed out, and I had an existing injury from sports as a kid. So I just tried a yoga class one time to kind of like de-stress and maybe heal my injury, and I just really fell in love with it really fast.
Yeah.
I got introduced to like the more power style vinyasa, and it just really clicked and resonated, and I started going all the time with my best friend. We would go after school like every day, and kind of just took off from there. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you become a yoga teacher then? Or how did you decide that you want to become a yoga teacher?
So the injury I had was from Taekwondo. I did Taekwondo like my whole life. So I was an instructor with that since I was like 13. So teaching kind of just felt like a natural route to go down. And I just falling in love with it so fast, I didn't know what I wanted to do after high school, so I decided to take my teacher training right out of high school.
Okay.
So became a yoga teacher when I was 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you immediately started to teach?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool. Full time?
It took a while for my schedule to build up to like a full-time schedule.
Okay.
But I was still 18 and living at home, so I was just working on, subbing all the time and building up my schedule.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Was that difficult for you to be such a young yoga teacher with 18?
I didn't find it. There was actually a lady in my training who was 16. I wasn't even the youngest one. No, I never found that being young put me at a disadvantage or anything like that. Yeah.
Cool. And tell us a little bit more about Edmonton. How is the yoga scene there?
It's awesome. It's so busy. There's so much going on. There's a lot of studios in Edmonton. There's a lot of teachers in Edmonton. So I guess the downside in Edmonton is lots of competition. So it did take a while to build the schedule and like to get into some of the like good studios and things like that. But at the same time, it just means there's lots of opportunity there, and there's lots of like guidance. There's a lot of good teachers in Edmonton. I think it's a really good community we have there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Yeah. And you already told us in your intro that you came here in December for the first time, right?
Yes.
And that was with a retreat, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I help run a retreat business with my best friend Megan. She's from Kitchener, Ontario. And it was funny, I wasn't even supposed to run the retreat. It was supposed to be another lady, but things had come up and she had to back out last minute. So my friend Megan had messaged me and she's like, do you want to come to the Dominican in like 2 weeks and help me run this retreat? And I was like, yeah, like okay. So I had no idea like what this place was or what I was getting into, but it's kind of cool how it all played out.
Yeah. And how was it running your first retreat or co-hosting your first retreat? What did you like about it?
I think this one was actually like my second or third one.
Okay.
But it's amazing. It's so cool. You get the best people together, and it's so cool. You get strangers together and you become so close by the end of it, and just being in a beautiful spot, like doing yoga by the ocean, it's hard to beat. So it's really good. So fun.
And what did you like about that place so that you eventually decided, wow, I want to live here for a couple of months? Or
I don't know. It's just I always told people when I got home, like, there's just something here that felt like home. It just
Yeah.
felt comfortable here. It's like just the vibes, the energy. It's quiet. It's I don't know. It's like hard to put a word to it or something. It just feels like I'm supposed to be here, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like
I
I'm
think so
drawn
too.
to
You're
it.
supposed to
Yeah.
be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. And as far as I remember, you came back even with
I
Yogi
did.
Go. Was it with Yogi Goes
Yogi
or
Goes, yeah.
with a second retreat?
Yeah,
then?
so it's funny, while we were doing our first retreat, we had sat down like halfway through and we were already planning
the
next
second
one. So we came back in April.
Okay.
And we collabed with the circus crew here. So we did a yoga and circus retreat. And now I'm back for the third time.
Yeah, we have to explain that, I guess, because we are quite a unique setup. We have a gym, we have a circus school with the flying trapeze and some aerial arts, and then we are as well right at the beachfront where you can do some kite surfing and lots of other cool stuff. Yeah. So now we mentioned already a couple of times Yogi Goes.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
So Megan, who I had mentioned earlier, she started this company probably about 2 years ago now. And she's so good at running retreats, and she went through some trial and error and tried to run a few, and they were all super successful. And she always had a lot of people coming up to her asking like, oh, well, I want to run a retreat, but I don't know how, or I don't want to plan it. So she ended up just kind of giving away a lot of her knowledge and stuff for free, and wasn't kind of benefiting from any of it after all this work that she'd put into figuring out how to do everything. So she started this business where we work with yoga teachers and we plan the retreats for them. We set everything up, and all they have to do is get people signed up and then show up.
Okay.
So it's been really successful. We've been like all over the world now with it. Been to all over Central America. They're in Portugal right now, actually.
Wow. Yeah.
So
you made it here to the Dominican Republic as well.
Been here twice, So it's a great company if you're looking to like participate in a yoga retreat, but also if you're an instructor and you want to run one, but you're not sure how, or you don't want to do all the planning part, then we do it all for you.
Do you have some insights of what yoga teachers were struggling most with?
With retreats?
Yeah.
I think it's a big job to do, so I think a lot of people just don't know how to start, or it's like Megan had to go through a bunch of trial and error to kind of figure out how to do it successfully and not lose a lot of money doing it. So I think it's just kind of not knowing where to start. And it's nice to have like a team with you and help. A
community.
Yeah, it's nice to do it that way.
Yeah. Also pool some lists of people who are possibly interested in coming to the retreat later. That's also a big help. Yeah. Good. I'm already at the end of my questions. Is there anything else you would like to add? What can people expect when they come to your classes, for example?
Well, I'm certified in Rocket Yoga, so it's like the modern day Ashtanga.
Okay.
So it's like a power flow. I like to move, and what drew me to yoga in the first place was kind of like the transitions and the handstands and arm balancing, and that would always just like lit a spark in me every time. So I like to explore that. But I also have certifications in Yin, so my evening classes are chill and nice. I'm goofy though, like don't expect anything too serious. Yeah, it's just fun.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think I'll turn the camera around and let you guys see where we are sitting, because it's really beachfront. In the meantime, if there's anything else you would like to add, Myah, go ahead.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, so here we are again, and that's our beachfront studio.
Not too shabby.
No.